Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, hanging out with
Dave.
So we got a thing on Facebook. Suggestion says, do your players always like to joke around? Any suggestions on how to get them to be more serious and roleplay a bit more serious?
Why don't you guys head down to the description where you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter, where you can get weekly tips as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So it's something that the gaming table, over the years, they always, well, at least for us, has always, ebbed and flowed and changed, with who's at the table. And there's sometimes that you've got a group of people that they're all about the actual role play. They're there to have fun, experience the story. Other times you get people that it's like, you know what, I'm here to socialize.
They just want to joke around and tell dick jokes. That's how it goes.
So however you want to, kind of look at it, you have to really feel like, what is the table really looking for? And, if the table is interested in, that mixture of jokey and RP, then okay, no big deal. But if most of the people at the table are looking to be serious RPers, and you got, one or two people that are like, I'm here to clown around. Well,
it's funny because over the years we've had, gamers like Mark, who is always more combat oriented, or gamers like Ryan, who might be a little more role play oriented. But both of them, hate the sidetracking,
right,
and want to get back to the game. Yeah, and they're just two examples of the plethora of people that have come and gone, and so the reason I bring it up is because both of them play the game for kind of different reasons, but in this one instance they want the same thing. They want the game to keep going.
Right. Where,
we have other players who might want to joke around and might want to talk about the last movie they saw, or or can't help themselves but make a Monty Python reference or at 50. And it's just part of the experience. I've always said everyone games for different reasons.
Right.
I myself have gamed for different reasons over the years. Sometimes it literally has just been a reason for me to gather with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we do while we do it. Instead of watching football and drinking beer, we, drink Mountain Dew, eat Cheetos, and
roll funny dice.
And roll funny shaped dice, So to me, sometimes the game is actually just the thing that is happening while we socialize.
Right.
But other times it's been, it's all about the story, it's all about the game, and the socializing is the secondary thing.
I have found that, over my, 2+ decades of doing this hobby, that I've fallen into just about every single spectrum of type of gamer. I've been the hack and slasher who really wants to do nothing more than kill the bad guys, and I've been the person who is like, you know what, I'm going to take over, every scene that I can put my foot on, and role play and not really care about the dice. I've been the person that, as you're saying, making the Monty Python references and joking around with everybody else. So I've run the gamut. I like socializing. I enjoy the hobby. I think nowadays I'm more the role player. I care about the story. The combat just is a vehicle to get through something challenging and get a reward. I think you need to have a conversation with the people at your table and come to terms with what type of game, what type of gathering is this? Are you guys here to socialize and joke around, and in and amidst this, you've got a story that's being told in piecemeal, or is it like, oh, I hadn't realized that I was causing an issue, and I'll try to trim this back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, our game table has run the gamut between someone's dentures landing on the table, someone taking a sledgehammer to a D20.
The same guy.
Players being tricked into eating 5-year-old Kit Kats, sort of. All of this funny stuff has happened over the years. I wouldn't trade any of it. And then there's all the stuff that happens in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, from it we have all these great stories that we get to tell and share with each other. So, I don't know what to tell you other than you have to talk to the people at your table. and see what it is they're looking for. And if you guys have a different idea of what fun is for the game, then you guys might need to, either come to terms, or that terms might even be look for different groups to game with, because you guys are looking for a different kind of game.
You could talk to the person, like, if one person at the table is more jokey, then, like, run a shortened session, and either before or after have a more, like, continue the social gathering, so that there's room for him to be jokey or her to be jokey and be able to have fun. Because, like, the social gathering, this might be the only real avenue for dealing with the stresses of their life, and really getting to enjoy themselves, being themselves. Because let's face it, we do a nerdy hobby. Most people out there are not nerds. Most people don't care about Dungeons and Dragons. So, like, you can't sit back and say, "Oh, I've got this really awesome D&D story I want to tell," or this really awesome fantasy story. People don't want to hear it, unless you only socialize with nerds. So,
find your people. I found my people. So ultimately the biggest thing is there's no right or wrong way to game, but there might be the wrong group for you.
That's true.
So, and again, like, Ted Solution's not a bad one, but if you have 6 people at the table and only one person's like that, the other 5 might not want to give up their night of gaming to do that. So ultimately it's going to come down to a conversation and find out what people really want.
I agree.
So you guys let us know in the comments below. What do you think? How would you handle it? What kind of games do you like? What is your preferences? While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
You can support us over on Patreon.
So until next time,
stay nerdy.